What's up everybody, hope you're having a great day. It's another day, another video, and in this video I'm gonna run over the difference between calories and macros. So macros stands for your macronutrients. Before we start, I just have to say that you got to know this, unless if you do not understand this and the difference, you will have a lot of struggling while we are talking about nutrition. So pay attention, grab a pen and paper, this is extremely important. And yeah, you just got to know this. I know a lot of you do not want to count your calories all the time. Totally respect that. However, I do suggest that everybody, regardless, starts to count their calories at least for 2 weeks. Because if you do it for 2 weeks, you're gonna see how much you actually need to eat. Because truth is, you have no idea how much you need to eat. Because in that case, you would probably be in optimal performance right now. I promise you. Me too. Whenever I stop to count calories for a while, and then when I go back to it, I'm always shocked how much I actually do need to eat, all right? So here we go. You have macros. Which stands for macronutrients, and your macronutrients are your, where do I have my black pen? Here it is. Are your fats, your carbs, and your protein. All right, so we have fats, carbs, which is short for carbohydrates, and protein. Obviously, protein is the building block for muscles. Without protein, it's literally impossible to build muscles. Without carbs and fats, you cannot get fuel to your body. So you can obviously do, if you would like to go on like a carnivore diet, obviously it's a completely different thing I'm talking about. But in the traditional sense, carbs and fats are the fuel sources, especially carbs. Now, if you cut out the carbs, you just leave protein and fats, you're doing something that's called a ketogenic diet. That means that your body after a while will start, instead of, since it doesn't have carbs, but it has fats and protein, your body will start creating something that's called ketones from the fat, because you're getting an excess of fat. You still need to have your calories, but once you have your ketones, ketogenic diet, fat will be transformed into energy. I would love to run over that more also, but it's not what we're talking about right now. And then on the other end, you have your calories. Your calories is what we measure your macros in. So pay attention here. One protein, one fat is 9 calories. Let's do this instead. I'm gonna make it even easier for us. Uh, 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. Per 1 gram of fat, you have 9 calories. Per 1 gram, you're watching Dyslexia Live, this is what you're watching. 4 calories, 1 gram of carbohydrates equals 4 calories. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Which means that here is the reason why, if you're doing, for example, eating a lot of burgers, eating a lot of fries, eating a lot of things that are fat by its nature, this is why you will have an excess of calories. Make sense? Because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, right? Now, inside of your carbs, inside of your carbs, you also have starches, carbohydrates, which is all the white, I like to call them the white products, like flour, oats, cereals, pasta, potatoes. I think we ran over this in the perfect plate. For sure we ran over this in the perfect plate, but I just really want you to know this. Like, I do not want you to miss out on this. Yeah, cereals, like all of the flours, all of the grains, quinoa, bulgur, rice, blah, blah, couscous. You also have fibrous carbohydrates, which is your broccoli, Brussels sprouts, your legumes, your spinach, your all of those. Or the vegetables that are growing up on the land. That's an easy way to see it. The vegetables that are growing up on the land, those are usually your fibrous carbohydrates. Both of them are good for their sense. I just want you to know that there is a difference. Watch the perfect plate video to understand more about those. But this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying, do you know your macros? Perfect. How many calories have you been eating today? Big difference. Oh, my macros, Sebastian's macros, is right now for the moment, I'm eating 50 grams of fat. I'm eating 189 grams of protein. And my carbs, I'm eating 350 grams, which approximately is 3,000 calories, all right? Now, if I know this, this is an example, it might be completely wrong, this calculation, do not take me for my words, but this is just so you understand. Now, if I know this, it's very easy for me, very, very easy for me to tell you as, okay, Sebastian, you're eating 3,000 calories, but you are only consuming, or you're only burning 2,000 calories with the way you're training. And if I have your basal metabolic count, I know that you need to eat less, or I know that you need to eat more. So the numbers play an extremely important part in this. There is way, if you want optimal performance, there's obviously a way to hack your way around it, intermittent fasting, blah, 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 blah. But this is what you need to know. Calories and macros. Like, I cannot accept if you don't know this. When it comes for water, however, everybody here, regardless of your size, should drink 3 liters of water at a minimum. At a minimum 3 liters of water. We're up to 70% water. Like, you're basically a dancing cucumber. Like, you're basically a dancing cucumber with feelings. It's super important for you to drink all this water, right? Now, I need you to do it whether you feel like it or not every day. To be honest, I would like you to drink minimum 1 liter of extra water per hour that you are dancing, all right? 3 liters of water regardless. Know what's the difference between calories and macros. Watch this video over again. Hit me up or comment here under if you have any questions and I'm gonna answer it. Remember, as always, by dancers for dancers. See you in the next video.